Okay, so linear is not bad, dude. Once you get used to it, you can beam, dude. Yo, what up, my dudes? Welcome to the video. Today, I have a bit of a big video because I have fully switched to linear settings. It's the reason I haven't uploaded in like 4 or 5 days. It's because I literally just spent the entire weekend off stream just grinding linear because it takes a lot of work to get used to switching to linear settings. It is not done overnight. That is fair for sure, but in my opinion, it's worth the switch. And in today's video, I kind of want to explain why that is and also give you guys my settings and how you can use them to find the perfect settings for yourself and just my advice on that. The easiest way I can demonstrate why linear settings is better is because it gives you more immediate response in fights. And here's the thing, with the new aim assist system in the game, basically it no longer auto rotates when you hit your L2, which means it automatically goes on the target. Instead, it auto rotates when you're like close to a person or you're aiming at a person. Your aim will start to follow the person for you. And so that's really a lot better on linear because linear provides immediate responses. So if somebody's doing like jumping around you or like fast strafing in a box, basically linear allows you to get an immediate response. On exponential, your aim, it goes on a curve, so it starts slow and goes fast. For a lot of shooter games, that can be a really good thing, especially if there's like medium and long distance engagements, because it starts slow and then it gets fast. So basically you're able, if you're aiming at somebody really, really deep, you can do little tiny adjustments on your joystick on exponential, and you get to be able to make those little adjustments to get headshots and that type of thing. But in Fortnite, where building is such an aspect of every single fight, and really it's the end part of every single fight. You shoot at each other a little bit from deep, then you push each other, and then you have a full build fight engagement. And linear is amazing because the aim assist, like I said, is so sticky in close quarters, but linear allows you to rapidly adjust to get headshots. And it allows you to do so consistently, again, because we're not accelerating our curve. However much I input my joystick is the appropriate amount of response on linear, and that it really allows you to fine-tune your aim, but it takes a lot of practice, because keep in mind, most other controller shooters don't use that. They don't use a linear curve. Most shooters use an exponential curve for the reason I previously mentioned, but it works so good on Fortnite, it's insane. Basically allows you to make flicks, so I can constantly make flicks onto somebody's head. Right? Like I can do like this type of thing so consistently. Whereas on exponential, if I have to make a flick like that, it basically kind of fights me for the first part and then really accelerates. And when you're doing that, you can kind of overcompensate and overflick, and it makes box fighting so much better. So as you saw in that clip, linear literally lets you do those flicks track up so fast and so easily on players as they jump over your head. If you're using exponential, it just literally doesn't let you respond as fast. And let me demonstrate on this bot right here. So if I'm starting at his feet, I'm getting aim assist, right? So if I'm moving over here, this is how fast my aim assist goes. If I'm on his body, you can see that it's drastically slower, but I'm still able to flick up onto this bot's head. If I'm using exponential, you'll notice that when you're trying to go for these little tiny adjustments, it fights you so much harder. It's crazy. So if I'm on Expo and I'm aiming at his feet, like this is the flicks here, but if I aim at his feet, it takes me, I have to fight through so much to get up to his head. And then because I'm pushing up so hard to try to fight through the actual super strong aim assist, it really screws my aim up. And yes, you shouldn't be trying to shoot at somebody's feet, but here's the thing. If somebody jumps up above you or you get into a box, say you're coming at this guy like this, and you hit a sick edit and you come in and you just happen to be aiming at his feet, trying to adjust up onto his head takes a second longer, and it's way less consistent if you're using Expo versus linear, and I really think that's why I like it so much. I'll bring you guys through my settings real quick. One thing I will definitely say, learning linear, if you're swapping from exponential, again, is very different than anything you've probably played before as a controller player. Linear is not the default shooting method or aiming method in basically any game, but I think it's very, very rewarding to learn it. But don't get discouraged. Take like multiple days to learn it. It's very important to do that. I am currently on a 1.5 build mode and edit mode multiplier on linear. I got 42% horizontal and 46% vertical. Do that because again, it allows you to adjust upwards to hit those headshots like I talked about, but just a little bit more, maybe like 4 or 5% more than your horizontal speed. Keep in mind, you might want to go faster. This might feel slow to you. That's totally fine, but you definitely should make your vertical speed slightly higher than your horizontal. For your aim down sight speed, I rock 14%. Some people say go 10%, but honestly, this is a coefficient of your base sensitivity, your base look sensitivity. So the higher your look sensitivity goes, the lower you want this to be, because you don't want your aim to be all over the place when you're aiming down sights. Now I rock a little bit of a dampening, and here's one thing, a lot of pro players don't use dampening. I like to use a little bit of it. Basically what it does is it allows you to have a little bit of adjustment before you reach your peak acceleration. I might eventually get rid of this dampening time, but Legacy and Exponential both basically use this, and if you're trying to make the adjustment to linear, using dampening can make it feel a little bit less bobbleheady when you initially start using it, because you just got to use your thumbstick much differently when you actually first switch to linear. So using dampening time and then gradually working your dampening time till it's off can be a good way to make the transition to linear. Again, it's totally up to you. And obviously have linear on. I just had it on exponential because I was doing some testing there. But yeah, make sure you have it on linear. 100% aim assist on linear as well. Again, because linear provides you that immediate response. You don't need to turn your aim assist down. Don't fight the auto rotation on linear. Just let it aim, literally aim for you. It's actually cracked out. And these are also my dead zones. Bless up, guys. Hope that helps. Bro, he did not expect me. GG's, boy. This guy's not bad. He's not bad. I can't redeploy for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there. Like, legit. I have no bullets in my gun. I have no bullets in my gun. Got him, coach. Bro, what am I doing? dude. Later, bud. Oh my god. Drum gun, minigun, mythical scar. Woo! Freaking minigun. I can't even get close to this kid, dude. Mom, get me some more batteries for my Xbox, Mom! What are you thinking?